everybody, we are back for another math lesson using addition strategies, and today we have a brand new strategy to teach you. We are going to be using a number line, and our I can statement today says, I can use a number line to solve basic addition facts. Now, a number line might be a strategy that you already learned in first grade, but we're going to teach it again this year because it's still something that you can use. Mrs. Grant, do you like using a number line?
I do. It's helpful.
Yeah. So we're such helpful teachers, actually, that we sent home some number lines for the students to use. So the first one that you might find in your folder this week is your name tag. And if you look at the very top, there's a number line from 0 to 30. So this might be really, really helpful for you to use. And we also included a smaller one that goes from 0 to 20. And you can use either of these this week and even into the future with your math, just in case.
So they don't have to turn those in? They don't have to bring them back to school?
No way. These are a special gift from us because we're really nice teachers, and they get to keep them forever to remember us and to work on their math facts.
Awesome.
All right, so let's take a look at a couple problems. Our first problem that we have today is 9 plus 8. And if you remember from yesterday, we were talking about putting the bigger number in our head and counting on. Using a number line is really similar. The only difference is that when we find the bigger number, we're actually going to put it on the number line and then count on instead. So instead of using it in our head, we're going to put it right on the paper. So our first problem is 9 plus 8. And the larger number here is going to be a 9. So I'm actually going to find 9 on the number line. You don't have to write it on paper, but I'm going to so that you can see it. I'm going to put a little mark here on the number 9 so I don't lose track while I look back at the problem. And I need to count on 8 more numbers. So I'm going to start at the 9 and I'm going to draw 1 jump, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And Mrs. Grant, where did I end?
17.
17. So that's going to be the answer for our first problem, is 17. I'm going to erase that so we don't get all mixed up, and let's try another problem.
Great.
All right, the next one is going to be 6 plus 4. And remember, instead of putting that bigger number in our head, we're going to put it on the board or on your paper. So what's our bigger number out of 6 or 4?
6.
It is 6. So we are going to find the number 6 on the number line. We're going to count on 4. Count with me.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And what is our answer?
10.
It's 10. All right. Now, we have one more problem up there. We have 7 plus 5. And help me out again. Which number is our larger number?
7.
And what are we going to do with the 7?
We're going to find it on the number line, which is right here.
Yep. So here it is on the number line, and now what do I need to do?
You're going to count 5 more to the right.
To the right. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what did we get for our answer?
12.
All right, you can go ahead and write the answer down.
Okay.
And why don't we see if you could try one on your own? But I'm going to skip the first one, and I'm going to see if you can try the second one, because there's something a little tricky in that problem.
Okay, 5 plus 9. 5 is here. 1,
Oh,
2.
okay. So hang on just a second. You would still get the right answer doing that, but there's an easier way. There was something that you forgot at the beginning of the problem.
Oh, I'm supposed to start on the big number, but it confused me because the big number is not at the beginning.
I know, it's really interesting because with addition, sometimes you can have a smaller number first and then a bigger number. And I don't know if you noticed, sometimes the answer can actually come first and sometimes the answer can come last. With an addition sentence, they're even. As long as both sides are the same, it doesn't matter. So in this case, even though the 9 is all the way over here and it's the bigger number, we're still going to start with it.
Hold on. Are you telling me that 5 plus 9 is the same as 9 plus 5?
It sure is. Wow. And if I wrote 9 plus 5 over here and had the equal sign, it's still the same thing.
Okay, so I'm going to start with 9 because that's the bigger number even though it's written second.
You got it.
Okay. So here's 9 and then I'm going to go 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and my answer is 14.
Perfect.
And I didn't want to write that time because I know sometimes if you're writing on paper, then you have to erase it every time. So
Mhm.
if kids want to use their fingers, then they won't have to erase it afterwards, if
Yeah.
that's helpful, right?
Absolutely.
Is that okay?
They can use their finger. And what's really cool, which I forgot to mention about the laminated copy, is if you have a dry erase marker at home, you can actually write on here with a dry erase marker and then just erase it with an eraser or a tissue, or some people even use a little sock.
Oh yeah.
And
Just on that though, not on this, right? Because this is paper.
this is going to be paper if
Okay.
you have it at home. That you
Okay.
have to erase. But your laminated number line, you can erase that.
Good tip.
Do you think we could try just one more problem where you remember to start with that bigger number first?
I sure can.
All right.
So I'm going to start with 13,
Mm-hmm.
and that's right here, and then I'm going to count 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and my answer is 17.
Perfect. Well, it looks like we just learned another strategy for adding numbers.
Awesome.